You could have the cleanest looking ads, the biggest budget in your market, and still feel like every time you're running online ads that you're lighting money on fire. And it's because of this one thing that nobody ever fixes. This is the same fix that took Arcfield from spending $8,000 a month and getting 0 qualified leads to spending only $1,200 a month and generating a $9 million qualified pipeline in 27 days. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the most expensive piece of real estate in marketing, what goes above the fold, and how fixing above the fold can double to even quadruple your lead flow without spending more money on ads. Let's define one thing: you're above the fold. This is the most expensive piece of real estate when you are marketing and running traffic from paid ads. Like David Ogilvy said, 80 cents of your first advertising dollar goes to your headline. Mess up the headline, your results will tank. And that truly is the whole game, because as an advertiser, you are spending money on the click. So once they are on the page, if they don't convert and your page is not properly set up, you'll be just lighting your money on fire and burning money. And it's very easy when that happens to look at it and come to the conclusion that advertising doesn't work for you because you didn't have a proper strategy in place. Here's how you know if the section for your ads is broken. It's a 5-second test, and all you have to do is clarify these 3 things. Number 1, do people know they're in the right place? Number 2, is there value that you're providing that meets their needs? And number 3, what's in it for them? Why should they leave their information? Why should they exchange their information for whatever it is that you are offering to them? If you can't answer those 3 things in 5 seconds on your own site, then don't expect a stranger to understand that either. So I've got one here that we can walk through really quickly. This is an aesthetics brand here, and they are basically funneling ad traffic to this page. Now instantly, you can tell right away that it's very, very overwhelming, right? They've got over 6 things up here on where someone can go. They have 2 different call to actions: book online or view their treatment. They're asking you to even check out their socials, and their headline and subheadline does not particularly speak out to somebody. It doesn't dictate an offer for someone to exchange information, or at the bare minimum, explore treatments about, right? Because it is so broad and not really displaying any sort of value or exchanging anything of value for their information, then very easily you can tell that this landing page does not pass the 5-second test. So I encourage you to pause this video right now, check your landing page, or even worse, if you're running your ads to a website, check that, see if it answers those 3 things right away: the value, the offer, and what's in it for them. So you might be thinking, what actually goes up there? And to be honest, it's only 5 things, and it's quite simple. First one, your eyebrow, right? The eyebrow is one job: to let the person know that they're in the right place, right? Because right away, as soon as they click on, the first piece of text they see, which is above your headline, will clearly dictate and let them know if this headline is actually pertaining to them or not. This could be something simple. For example, you run a local business offer to consumers, you could just call it the homeowners. Or if you're running a offer to business owners, you call it business owners in a certain area. Just let them know that they're in the right place, right? Now the second thing is the headline. That's number 1, this number 2. The second thing is the headline, right? Here you want to build intrigue, build engagement. You want them to actually keep reading and to understand that there is something valuable here, and it's just up to them to go out and get it. Right, so here what you want to say is, and as an example, right, what we do for the individual in time frame for offer, right? So for example, discover how we do XYZ method to help certain person achieve certain outcome. That is something quick and easy that you can do, but mainly in your headline, you want to be able to speak out to who it's for, what value you're providing, and have a unique mechanism. Put a cute fancy name on it so that they can actually perceive it as something different rather than just saying, oh, hey, we cut grass or we give businesses money, right? You want to make it sound like it's something lucrative, something unique, so that they can actually read it and say, you know what, I haven't heard of that before. Let me look into this. Third point is your subheadline. You can either do your subheadline in point form or you can do it in written 1 to 2 sentence format. Basically, you just want to go deeper on the offer that you're talking about here. If you can go deeper on this offer and talk about why it's valuable to the specific target audience, then it's only going to build that credibility and build that urgency in the individual much more to then go to step 4, which is the call to action. Cannot stress how important it is to have one clear call to action. I showed you down here in the 5-second test, there were so many different things you can do. Book an appointment, view treatments, look at laser, treatments, patient concerns, price list, about them, contact them, and their blog. You don't want that, right? You want this to be super simple. You want them to go to one place, whether that's filling out an application, booking an appointment, seeing if they're a good fit for a program, taking a quiz, whatever it is that you guys best do to capture leads, that needs to be the prim and proper number one thing that they should be doing. And then number 5, obviously you can have a little bit of social proof to reduce friction, make them realize that you've helped people like them, that they can actually go and hear stories from people who you've helped, real results, real numbers, and real feedback. Now let me show you what this looks like in the real world. I'll show you, this is a real example of a client of mine who came to us in regards to their ad campaigns, right? It wasn't going well. They were spending $8,000 a month on ads. They weren't getting the result they were looking for. And actually, across a quarter, they had spent $24,000 a month on ads and not got a single qualified lead into their sales office to actually begin the process of purchasing a home. So this was what it was. Really quickly, we can talk about this one thing. No clear headline, right? It talks about the center of all, but it doesn't even talk about the value. It doesn't talk about what it is or who it's for. It just basically says, this is where our property is. This is some features about us. And also here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things you can do as well, right? You're instantly losing people when they see this because they feel overwhelmed. They don't know where to go. And to make matters even worse, you've got 2 different CTAs here on the landing page, right? Are they supposed to register or are they supposed to book? And more importantly, this book appointment CTA, this is the back-end offer ask. This is the highest friction ask. And if there's nothing on this page of value, then you can't ever really expect somebody to book an appointment with you. So here's what we did to fix that, right? We took them from a 4.8% conversion rate to a 12.4% conversion rate by simply doing this one thing. So this is our bare bones landing page template. We did this to basically begin the pilot program, the first 27 days. And like I mentioned earlier, the call to actions, very, very simple. Who it's for, what they're getting. And then also over here, right, we've got what it is, where it is, and some scarcity and what they're gonna get. So all the traffic that we were creating from the ads came to this landing page. The traffic from the ads, the angles we were using, was all about gauging people's interest in actually buying a home, right? So everybody coming here knew this was for a pre-construction development project. Now what they didn't know was how many homes were there, where is it, what can they get, how can they learn more, right? And this is what you do here. You basically show them what's in it for them. By showing them that they're gonna get a price list, floor plans, and they're gonna be able to get first pick before launch, a pre-public price list, depositing incentives. This shows them what's in it for them. And now there's real value for them to extract from this landing page by leaving their contact information and talking about what kind of buyer they are and if they're working with an agent. So these 4 things, right? Headline, sub-headline here, call to action, and then the form. This instantly increased their conversion rate. This instantly increased their conversion rate by 2.5 times while spending 8 times less on ads. So to give you an idea, they were spending $8,000 a month on ads, getting about 113 leads a month. With us, in their first month, they got 75 leads on $1,200 of ad spend, and 9 people came in to actually begin the buying process. So $9 million in legitimate pipeline value generated in 27 days off $1,200. Now, if you want to see how you can actually audit very quickly your own funnel and see how your above the fold looks, I've got a checklist down below that you guys can actually opt in for. Just leave your contact information and you can get it sent your way. And if you guys wanted me to take a look at it myself, then there's a link for that too below here. Peace.